Hello, thank you for joining me on this. First things first, I want to talk to you about some things you should be thinking and doing early once you start your program. Please put away all distractions and let's go and learn about the first things you should be thinking of with regards to your course. You will be learning why you need to evaluate your course, defining your goals for after the course, and identify what you need to achieve your goals. I'll be talking about some examples today, but my focus is on master's students and things that you need to learn to help you make the most of your program. So let's go. So let me tell you why you need to evaluate your course. It's important for you to evaluate your course so that you can decide if it is the right course for you to be studying. And how you can know if it's the right course for you to be studying is by asking if this is the course that would help you achieve your goals. So one example I can give to you today is if your goal is to study a PhD in economics at the University of Oxford, there are some previous degrees that you have to have done, right? So if you've done something like development economics for your master's degree, they would usually not admit you into a PhD in economics program at the University of Oxford. So when you identify your goal, so if your goal is to do a PhD in a certain discipline, you need to be sure that the course you're doing at your master's program will allow you get that PhD degree, because if they usually have some strict selection criteria, if you've not met those criteria, they will not admit you into that program. So knowing what your goals are and how the course will help you achieve your goal is one of the reasons why you need to evaluate that course. Another question you can ask to know if the course is right for you is, am I confident that I have acquired all the fundamental knowledge that underpins this discipline? So for example, if your first degree was in economics and you wanted to go and do an international finance degree for your master's, there are usually a lot of terminologies in the finance discipline. Are you sure that you know about all of these terminologies? Are you sure you will not be disadvantaged? You need to know like what the course is about and how you can position yourself well. The one example I know of was a friend of mine who did Greek economics for her first degree, and she came here to study international finance for her master's. After the first week of her program, she was really struggling because she said there are a lot of finance terminologies that they used, and because the lecturer already assumes she knows all of that, they are not going to try to bring things too basic because of her. Obviously, there are other people in that class that have done that as their first degree, and the lecturer just has to make sure that everybody is on the same page. So she had the challenge of really understanding a lot of the basic knowledge because she hadn't done it before, and then her option was to switch to a course that was closer to what she was familiar with. So if you ask yourself if you're confident that you have acquired all the fundamental knowledge that underpins the discipline you want to study now, it helps you know what kind of decisions you need to take. Another kind of question is the course too mathematics oriented or theoretical? So I had a friend of mine that came to do a master's degree in economics. Even though his first degree was in economics, he wasn't expecting the course to be too technical or too mathematics oriented. So he struggled in the beginning and then decided to also switch his course. But there was another person that refused to switch his course, and he stayed on the program, but at the end of the day he really couldn't make the most of it and he wasn't able to graduate with a degree. So this is just trying to let you know that there are options you can take. When you come in, you can talk to your course advisor. They are the person that will advise you about if the course is in line with what you want to do. They can talk to you about what the course contains. They can help you out if in event that you decide that you need to switch to another course which is more aligned to your plans and your goals, then they can help you through that process. So this is just letting you know that there are options. Don't feel that you are stuck to what you applied for. When you get in, evaluate your course, make the right decisions, talk to people, discuss with people at the beginning, and it helps you see what you want to achieve from that course. And asking this question is important, and the earlier the better. But know that you have options. Don't feel stuck when you get here. Look at it from an open perspective and make the right decision. Lastly, if you have evaluated your course and you're confident that this is the right course for you, and this is the course that would help you achieve your goals, even if you feel a bit disadvantaged in the sense that there are some things you don't know, you are in the right position to make sure that you are working towards bridging any gap that you have come into the system with. If there is something that they are teaching that you've not done before, you can spend a little extra time trying to make sure that you are learning those things and you're working on it, and so that when you get to the classroom and it looks like your colleagues are ahead, you are making sure that you are learning behind the scenes to make you get up to the point where you feel confident about it. So evaluating your course is not just about changing your course if it's not right for you. It's also about helping you position yourself properly to make the most of your studies here. So I hope this has been helpful for you to know how to evaluate your course. The next one we are going to talk about is, what are my goals after the course? See you in the next video.